Emmanuel Acho talking about his thoughts on the landscape of the AFC North now with the Steelers hiring Mike McCarthy as their head coach.
Mike Tomlin stepped down. So it's not as though the Steelers think this is an upgrade. Arthur Rooney, if I'm not mistaken, and from what TJ Houshmandzadeh told us, Steelers players were shocked when Mike Tomlin stepped down. So they're finding a replacement, not necessarily an upgrade. And to me, Kieran, this is an adequate replacement. A coach that can come in, win 11 games, win 12 games, be competitive. The Browns are still going to be laughable. The Bengals are tethered to Joe Burrow staying healthy. And the Ravens, well, who knows what Jesse Minter's going to do. So if we're being honest, let me just go ahead and say it right now. The Steelers have the best coach in the division. Browns don't have a coach. The Ravens have a rookie head coach. And the Bengals have Zach Taylor, who's had one good year. So, the Steelers have the best coach in the division, and it's not even close. Mike McCarthy is a Super Bowl winning coach. He's a champion coach. He wins, I think, 60% of his football games, and he knows how to win with the quarterback that the Steelers have first access to in Aaron Rodgers.
Couldn't resist taking a shot at the Browns there, could he? Relative to the coaches, I like Mike McCarthy. I think that's a pretty good hire. I wanted the Browns to interview him. So it's just interesting that it is a changing landscape in the division.
That's very interesting. Next year is going to be completely different than the last 2 decades, right, in this division, especially the last 6 years when, you had Stefanski. I mean, it's been pretty stable for the last, whenever Zach Taylor got hired, at least 5 or 6 years. So it's going to be interesting to see what things change. I agree that McCarthy's the best coach right now. Now, that opinion could change, week 9 next year. The Browns hire a slam dunk, or Jesse Minter's great with the Ravens. But yeah, McCarthy's got a good resume. I think it's really interesting. To me, the McCarthy hire, 2 things stood out to me. Number one is the Steelers aren't interested in any kind of rebuild. And ownership said that, and this reaffirms it. They're not looking to blow it up. They're trying to win games and win right now. And I respect that so much. And, I know a lot of people think you got to do the rebuild thing, and maybe maybe it proves out that the Steelers should have done that, but I like the fact that they're trying to win every year. And, everybody was a lot of people felt like, oh, they got to hire somebody young because the last 2 hires were young guys on defense. Well, when you only make 2 hires in 40 years, it's hard to have a real good pattern there. They're just 2 guys. So I think this kind of set a lot of people straight where the Steelers don't have a pattern of who they're hiring. They hire the right guy, and it usually happens every 20 years.